What's good, y'all boys? What's good, man? Shout out Pat McAfee. He's a legend in his sports field. He's very blessed at what he's able to do in this sports industry and speak how he can speak and just do what he do. But I ain't gonna lie with what he said about the cut, what he was saying about Anthony Richardson, I wasn't fucking with. But other than that, let's see what he was talking about. What we gonna start off with? We're gonna start off with Shador, man. Shout out Shador. I see they say hey, best quarterback in the class. I ain't gonna lie, dog be balling. Dog is official. It says Shador the Sanders drops major hints he would be a Raider. Let's see what he talking about, man. Let's see what Lil 2 talking about. You know, 2, he don't give a word of Broski. He say, I'm going league, but me and Trav going league.
One of those guys that,
let's see what they
like,
talking about.
It doesn't matter who you are, and you saw the interaction with him and Cam, and obviously I don't know what their relationship is, but like whoever you are, whatever you are, everything you say about him, anything, because he's done it on the HBCU level, then he came up and he's doing it in Colorado, so he's going to remember
tough, man.
everything that he's been saying. He's going to stack those ships continually.
And I think to that point, this is why the Texas Tech coach had this to say about the Colorado team.
Hey, Coach, Deion, Shador, all these boys got any other team fearful saying don't nobody talk down on the bumps. They scared. They say one thing down, but it's over. They getting 30 ball. They don't want no smoke. They want them to come there to be the nicest team everywhere.
I believe we're facing two of the best college football players in the country.
They don't want no smoke, bro.
Leader in Heisman right now, Travis Hunter. I mean, he's a generational player. I keep
but
thinking
it's
back,
facts, though. You can't deny it, but they're a good little program.
Long way back. Man. I know there's been different guys that have been able to play both sides of the ball, but this guy's going to take over 100 snaps on Saturday and play at an elite level. I mean, as good as anybody in the country, and so he deserves to be in the mix and probably the leader. And then, in my opinion, I think that Shador Sanders is the best quarterback in college football. If I was an NFL GM and I had a pick where I knew
that's beautiful to hear from another coach.
Quarterback taken in this year's draft, he should be. And so I have a lot of respect for him.
I like that his PR guy goes, hey, listen, we don't need to get it. He's going to listen. He's going to hear it.
Hey, they going to see it all.
Let me take my notes then. I'll do my research. Dang, this guy is really good. I don't think this is generational. And then Shador.
Oh, yeah, the best.
This guy should be in the fucking NFL, sure.
Best quarterback.
I'm not going to say a single thing about him. And then the internet has reported that after every Raiders loss, Shador Sanders has put out thank you God tweets.
Really?
Say, oh, God.
Yeah. So I guess this is...
that's a lot of tweets.
This is from the... A lot of tweets.
Shador be on that.
You know, I think they're on their way. And if you do
Shador
recall,
be on that.
I believe him and Davis have already
He
had
trying
a
to go to
conversation
Vegas, man. He loving the losses, trying to go to Vegas. He trying to go with Coach AP, I think is his name. He loving it.
Might be your new home.
Shout out to.
And if you think about Las Vegas, Shador, that feels like
Word.
the right home
That's two.
for Shador Sanders, especially with a team that's
Mark
trying to find
Davis,
an identity going forward. You got Max Crosby on the defensive side, which we all know is a pillar for the Raiders, has been a pillar for the Raiders.
They took Tay away from
Shador and his moxie on the that'd be perfect. But is that how it works in the NFL? I don't know. I legitimately don't know because I've never seen Coach Prime's kid go into the draft.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is how it works or not, but you remember Deion said in a couple interviews, he said we already got a couple teams that we know where they're going. And if we don't want you,
we run the show, man.
And a lot of people were like, is that even how it works? It's like for Deion Sanders.
Yeah, we talking about Deion. Word.
You remember Archie Manning? I don't know if you
like
remember.
I'm saying, we're wait till
what happened.
That Manning boy he ain't going there. I put $1 million on it. He ain't going to Carolina Panthers. What we talking about here? Manning ain't going to ain't going to garbage ass organization.
Oh no, Eli.
I won't be surprised if Dog go to the Colts or something. I'd be surprised he damn near do weak at organization.
Not everybody.
But Peyton Dale and Peyton running, so it's different.
Quinn will play for a couple teams. Quinn will play for a couple teams. You won't play for anybody else. Deion Sanders, who I believe is part of the conversation of adding a different wing to the Hall of Fame for the NFL. Yeah, I think he has a little bit different say in this entire thing. So if he ends up with the Raiders, I think they knew he was going to end up with the Raiders. And also the Raiders all of a sudden have a superstar quarterback, which is everything that Mark Davis and Tom Brady, who owns the team, who's been a mentor for Shador since he was in high school, would want. That would seemingly be a perfect fit for the two. But I don't know if that's how the NFL works. I have no idea if that's how it works.
Well, it does speak volumes to him, too, though, because we talked about all the bullshit
Pat, you was
that
in the
everyone
league.
was
What you
saying
mean
in the
on
offseason,
hour,
and then they get beat by Colorado, and it's like, okay, they're...
Nebraska.
Or yeah, exactly. Sorry, Nebraska. And then post game, he has the stuff about, hey, how often was Dylan Rayola on his feet? How often was I? Like people kind of insinuating like, oh, this guy, that's all he does. He's throwing his O-lineman under the bus. He throws everyone under the bus. But like they've continually just kind of.
Y'all gotta quit picking at people's words. Like they pick at your words for everything. Nah, it's facts, nigga. That nigga was on his feet all day, not getting touched. Nigga, I'm getting spanked. Nigga, what we got to lie about? I'm finna sit here a lot. Oh, like
stayed the course, and
picking at folks'
here they are. I
words.
mean, like I think he's probably flipped a lot of people's opinions on him throughout the course of the year, like kind of all that stuff.
Damn, who took a
last
whacker?
year and then going into this
Pat
year.
took a whacker. He took a blinker. Oh God, I heard him put that blink down. Then we see the smoke. Pat back there taking blinkers. I'm on your case, Pat. I'm on your case, Pat.
Throws everyone under the
Pat
bus,
back
but,
there
like,
taking
they've
blinkers. And
continually
here
just
in
kinda
Indiana, oh, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police.
stayed the course.
Look at him.
And
Look at him back there.
here they are. I mean,
Spanker.
like, I think
Ooh,
he's
I seen the light. Oh, Pat back there taking blinkers. Shut up, Pat. I see you, dog. Ah, y'all can see it. Yeah, I know y'all see the smoke coming this crib. Shout out, Pat. Shout out, Pat. That out taking blinkers.
And here they are. I mean,
have you seen the light pop? Then they tried to stop because it was in the reflection.
like I think he's probably
Then the
flipped
smoke came
a
in the
lot of
screen.
people's opinions on him.
Hey, shout
throughout
out,
the course
Pat.
of the year, like
Real
kind of
goat.
all that stuff. Where last year and then going into this year, where people kind of nitpick,
Real
and be like,
goat.
yeah, exactly, the watch and all that kind of
Shador.
stuff. Yeah, talking shit. Like we really
Where's
have.
he been? He's been real quiet.
He has been.
Ross?
No.
Shador?
No. A DJ.
DJ Khaled?
I haven't even seen him. Have you seen him?
Oh, we know why. We know
The only I've
why.
seen is his former DJ name. I haven't seen much of him before that.
How you,
His former.
there's a lot going on in that world.
We know why.
jet skis,
He was one of them BBWs. The
Oh, no, there's other
DJ
stuff.
Khaled, the BBW.
Yeah, never mind. Remember,
That's right.
need to stay this. Need to stay united. Okay?
Bro, what? Bro.
There's 50 of these. We call this home. We need to stay this. Special on this particular day. But to your point, I think everybody was kind of this around Shador
Fuck
outside of
Trump.
Colorado, like this guy.
Yeah, this guy stinks. He's a
Not the guy,
chipbird.
not the guy you want. And then this year, it's like gets hurt, plays through it, gets crushed, plays through it, continues to lead.
Shador
continues
been
to
that
go,
guy
and
ever
hasn't
since I watched
changed
Dog.
at all. Always
Been
Shador
that
said
guy.
it.
And then you look at the other guys who potentially are going to be that like upper echelon quarterbacks taken in
come
the
on,
draft
Tate.
next year. Like,
Come on,
I think
Tate.
it's tough to argue that you would want any of
come
them,
on,
like, whether it's
Toya.
Carson Beck or Quinn Ewers. Like, it's tough to argue that you would rather have those guys than you'd have Shador at this point.
Tom, thank you, brother. That's college football talking points from Hammer.
Down.
I saw your second talking point there. There's a Big 12 school that has a couple superstars that are very much in the convo, Tone.
Yeah, they are very, very much in the convo, especially what
Ooh-wee,
happened
look
in
at
the
that
Big
boy
12
two
this
up there.
weekend with Iowa State and K-State losing. So it opens it up for Colorado.
Colorado
to
should have beat Kansas
basically,
State and
they're going to be
Nebraska.
favored in every single game they have the rest of the season. So if they win out, and then you have Iowa State and
Excuse
BYU
me.
ahead of you, who had they have to go. They have tough. Iowa State has to go to Utah and play K-State. So there's no reason to think that they could potentially drop one of those since they just dropped one to Houston this last weekend. But I think if Colorado takes care of business, there is a definite chance that they're going to be playing in that Big 12 championship game.
Colorado win the Big 12, hit the playoffs. That's lit. That's crazy.
And obviously, if they win that, they're
crazy.
going to be in the playoffs as one of the top 4 teams, most likely, or potentially Boise slides into one of the top 4 teams, depending on where they're ranked. But they will be the Colorado.
Boise got a
Buffs,
real
who
good
the
squad,
5.5
I ain't gonna lie.
over/under win total before this season would be in the playoffs at some point.
After they lose to Nebraska, too, everybody thinks they're just going to fold. They think this team, this is what they're front
Thought it
runners.
was
You
the
lose to
same old
Nebraska,
Buffs.
this is when it's over. Instead, they've gone the opposite direction.
Bro,
And
because
getting
you got to watch it. Like, scores say one thing, but the actual, the footage, the film say nothing. I genuinely think the Colorado, they should be undefeated, bro. You could give them Nebraska loss because they low-key was a bad game. They played bad, but Kansas State, oh, no, they won that game. They won
chance
that
to
game
meet
for sure.
Travis Hunter this past weekend up
yeah.
there in State College. He travels over there to do our show, Big Noon Kickoff. His spirits incredibly high.
Love that.
He radiates a positive energy. And the fans of Penn State wanted photos with. I mean, it's not like they were booing him whenever he got introduced.
Right,
it's
fans
like
everywhere.
everybody respects the shit
Yeah,
out of
they
him.
know
After
who that
meeting
boy
him,
12
it
be.
feels like his type of aura is good for everything around that Colorado.
Yeah, it's something we've obviously never seen on this level. You see it in high school, people were two-way stars, but to do it on this level, and I always go to the quarterback. You start with the quarterback position, regardless of the coach, the tradition, the rest of the roster. Do you have a quarterback that can go and score and compete and win in any of these big games? Obviously, they do. And then outside of the quarterback, they got the best, I think, player in the country with Travis Hunter, being able to do what he does both sides, his physicality, his mental, like how much he studies film, just listening to him talk, the more you get to know about him, I feel like the more you love him. So I'm excited about this Buffs team.
Where
to see what
Trav
they can do
going?
the rest of the way.
Trav going to New England?
Just because they've gotten to the point, too, where they
Think they're going to let him play both ways out there? I low-key think the
by
Patriots
their own
will.
media, by national media.
It may not
by
be
sports
crazy,
books.
but I
brought up
genuinely
that
do think they'll
Travis
let him
Hunter was
play
number
both
2
ways.
in the gambling odds for Heisman. Dion almost flipped the camera.
Truly.
Number 2? Travis Hunter and number 2, that never has been together. I'm like, I'm just telling you what the actual odds are right
Explain that.
I ain't gonna lie, Lil Cam be doing his thing. I ain't gonna lie. Been watching Cam dang there all year. Cam be doing his thing. Shout out Dylan Gabriel. I'm low-key a hater. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it there because I don't want to hate too much. But Lil Cam, I ain't gonna lie, that little nigga be doing his shit. He be doing his shit. He got this weird pocket presence like Mahomes. I don't get where they get it from and just be doing their thing, man. Shout out Cam, bro.
now. World. I'm just telling you what they currently are, where he's sitting
But
right
Trav,
now, which doesn't make a
playing two ways, high level football, like it's unmatchable, bro. Cause I played 2 ways in high school at a high level, but doing it college high level,
a lot of sense. Now Cam Ward goes into
I
Miami,
wouldn't say I played at a
flips
high
culture,
level.
the
I
use back.
played like
He
my
had a couple
play
wins,
was a high level.
couple wins
I didn't play
that people are saying. But whenever you talk about this NIL transfer portal changing and transforming,
This just show you who really that squad though. Like, look who rocking with 2 folks right there. Like, we got 2 of a dog right out of it. 2 dogs, man. And one, and our highest one is not our quarterback. Everybody a quarterback except you feel me?
Look at all the players up there. Cam Ward transfers in for a 1-year deal. I think it's up over $1 million from what I've been told.
Mm-hmm. Should be.
Definitely should be multiple millions.
Yeah.
Whatever they paid him, it's already been paid. Let alone the merch. I couldn't even. Everybody, you're either booming.
Yeah, exactly.
You're either booming, or you smelling.
And now you're
smelling.
doing the headstand.
Oh, that's Shawn Michaels bump.
Shawn Michaels bump.
Shawn Michaels bump is certainly Incarnate Ward. I believe did that first, and then other people started doing it. Got to have good neck on that thing.
Yeah.
I don't need everybody just bouncing up on top of their head, but those who do it obviously completely understand. But you think about that's Shawn Michaels. You get Shawn Michaels, Sid Vicious, get that bump out there. He is on his head back in the day. But go back to the Heisman thing. So Cam Ward transfer, Travis Hunter transfer, Dylan Gabriel transfer, Ashton Genty. Now he's been at Boise State and has remained at Boise State. I can't believe they've been able to keep him up there.
It's wild.
Especially after he led, NCAA in yards last year. Something like that. He came into this year with a buzzsaw. So transfer portal, NIL, obviously paying dividends. But if you're talking about special players, this year has been filled with them. And Travis Hunter, certainly at the top of that list, alongside Shador. And if this Colorado team, that for 20 years, 30 years, whatever it was out there.
Since Cordell Stewart was there.
Just like, we're not involved in the conversation. If they're in a 12-team playoff, you could say that the Coach Prime experiment worked.
Yeah,
for sure.
I
For
think you
sure.
could
I ain't gonna lie. If this team goes to the playoffs, especially where they at now in the ranking and winning a big, you couldn't say a thing about Coach Prime, man. I mean, you can honestly say the kid. Coach Prime is special. He take these teams to the playoffs, bro. With Shador, Trav or not, best players in the nation or not. Word, that's something. That's a task in it all. Like,
certainly say that.
Bring a winning team,
like
that, to change a culture in a school, a losing school. Niggas don't know how hard that is. A losing organization to change the actual culture, to actually do it. We see it time in and time out with NFL coaches and college coaches going to these schools. Bro, niggas don't know how to change a culture. It's probably the hardest thing ever in a sports team. Man, niggas don't know how hard that is, bro. Niggas don't realize.
Refuse to bring him in because of whatever you thought it was.
Change a culture.
I assume Coach Prime will lay his head down.
Like, we can all change a winning culture to a losing culture. But to change a losing, like shit, not no mediocre, no winning one game a year, barely coacher to winning games. Talking about playoffs, it's crazy.
Was 8 toes at night, and he will say, just like I fucking said it was.
Yeah.
And that's what's in front of them, and they know that.
That's
Shador
it.
knows that.
Crazy.
Travis knows that. Everybody over there knows that that's at stake as well.
That's been prime. That's been Coach Prime football for as long as we've known him. Even when we were kids, a lot of people probably loved it. Seeing him with the chains and his flashy personality and celebration shit. A lot of people hated that. And then
I ain't gonna lie, that's all that need to be said though. I mean, we gonna get up out of here. Hey, Shador gonna be he gonna be a Raider. Colorado going playoffs. Word up, broski. I ain't gonna lie. They win that Big 12, get rid of BYU. Ooh, BYU is one of them programs though. Always good every year. It don't matter who back there playing quarterback. It's some, I ain't even trying to be racist. It's some white quarterback you never heard of, but he a real dog. A real dog in college football. He get to that NFL, he shitball. He suck. He ain't never played football in his life, but on God, in college, the BYU quarterback, he the greatest ever. You don't want to see that nigga. Word up, bro. I ain't gonna shout out BYU. I don't know why y'all like that. Oh God, y'all niggas got the greatest college quarterback ever. That nigga get to the league, we don't even hear that nigga name again. Ain't never heard of it.